Please join us in welcoming President Taylor Randall.
Welcome. I am so glad that you are all here. This is just simply a celebration of all of your remarkable generosity. Tonight, we close the Imagine New Heights capital campaign, which was really a 9-year endeavor to create resources that will radically transform every element of our campus and our university. You know, much has actually changed in nearly 9 years. Remember 9 years ago? I want you to remember a little bit. TikTok was something that happened on your watch. You asked for a lift from a friend, not an app. And Corona was only a beer. Many of you will remember an evening like this when we gathered together to launch the Imagine New Heights campaign with a goal of raising $2 billion. It was a goal that was set with you. It was a goal that was meant to stretch us. It was really a goal that seemed, frankly, impossible. So let's get right to the point. Tonight, I'm happy to announce that on March 30th, when the books closed on this campaign, we didn't just reach our goal of $2 billion, we blew right past it. In fact, we raised over $3 billion. That is simply extraordinary. Let's break that big number down into some simple, smaller numbers. $1.6 billion will go to support our health sciences, to do things like increase the number of doctors, to try to eradicate cancer, to try to improve the mental health of our state, and to build a new medical school. $770 million will go to our students, our colleges, and our faculty to do things like provide access to education for everyone and to accelerate our discoveries in the world. Over $430 million was raised to enhance our arts and our museums and our athletics. These are the things that inspire our soul and occupy our minds with championship dreams every fall. 150,000 unique donors contributed to this campaign, and almost 1/3 gave to student scholarships. That is truly impressive. So I want to say thank you. And I need to say it again. Thank you. Never have we seen such generosity, such belief in our university, and such faith in the future of higher education in this state. So thank you. So as we celebrate this evening, we remember the remarkable effect that this campaign has had on our university. And we're reminded of the obligation we have to steward the investment that you've made in us. We need to enhance those investments. You know, there's an interesting association between our memories and our imagination. A number of researchers have discovered and hypothesized that the more you remember, the more you can actually imagine. So as I remember the progress that we've made over the past 9 years, I also begin to imagine an incredible future. I remember a day when we did not have a medical school named the Spencer Fox Eccles School of Medicine, or an engineering college named for John and Marcia Price, or a Collard School of Computing. I remember a day when we did not have the Carolyn and Kim Gardner Commons in our School of Social and Behavioral Science, or the Robert and Catherine Garf Building in the School of Business, or a Crocker Science Complex. These investments change our university. They make our schools and our colleges unique. And they allow us to imagine an even bolder and more audacious goal for the future. We know that we can become a top 10 public university with unsurpassed societal impact. Thank you for giving us that imagination. You know, many of us remember when this was a commuter school. Thank goodness it was. My wife and I dated in a car. Since the start of this campaign, we've made investments in the Lausanne studios, in the Collert Village with its towers named after 4 remarkable women leaders in our state, Heather Collert, Gail Miller, Patricia Child, and Kathy Garf. I see the construction progress being made on the Impact Epicenter, generously funded by Jim and Krista and the Gay family. I see the Ivory University House rising on the corner of Mario Kekpeki Drive, and this allows me to imagine a revolutionary student experience that has college town magic. A city right here in our college for our camp, for our students. When I hear the speeches tonight, I recognize that multiple families, from the Millers, the Cardens, the Skaggs, the Eccles, the Wilsons, many, many more, nearly 50,000 people have donated to scholarships in our campaign. And I realize that this revolutionary college town will be accessible to everyone. So thank you for allowing us to imagine that. I want to remind you tonight that this institution is very unique in this state. We're actually responsible for over $7 billion of economic impact through our arts, sports, healthcare, and research enterprises. Much of our creativity and innovation is driven through numerous investments in many institute centers, care facilities, and convening spaces. We've made a list of these things that have been formed during this campaign. There are literally millions of dollars of your investment behind each of the items listed here. Each of these centers and institutes and facilities will change the way we think about the world, how we care about our patients, and also how we engage with the public. Your support for our engine of innovation allows me to have the confidence to stand up here today to say that in a number of years, a very short time from now, we will be able to do over $1 billion of research and creativity annually at this university, and that will put us in a league of our own. Thank you. You know, at the outset of my presidency, I told you I loved big, bold goals. I use a quote from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. Well, there's actually a preface to that quote that I want to talk to you about today. The preface is, the size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. And then she finishes, if your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. If we're honest, our dream of being a top 10 public university with unsurpassed societal impact does currently exceed our capacity to achieve it. We dream of a day when we will have the positive impact on all 3.4 million Utahns, and then by extension to millions of others across the world. And that seems scary. But then I remember the support that you have given us over the past 9 years. I see your faces now. My fears dissolve, and our capacity to achieve our dream grows. I know our dreams can become reality. So let me end with some questions that will judge all of our capacity to achieve our dreams of unsurpassed societal impact. And I want to hear your answers right now. Can you imagine a university with college town magic that is accessible to all?
Yes.
Can you imagine students living and learning environment where the exposure to the arts and humanities inspires them with a vision of the future?
Yes.
Can you imagine enough doctors to free us? from the mental health crisis and cure cancer? Can you imagine a world where UCLA or Berkeley or Michigan look to us as the model public university? And of course, can you imagine going to the Rose Bowl every January? Then let's get to work. You are our inspiration. Thank you very, very much.